Okay, everyone, quick walkthrough of NetSpot for Wi-Fi scanning and the task you have ahead. So this PowerPoint is loaded on the course website, and I'm just going to go slide by slide. So first slide, yep, that's what it looks like. Second one, go to netspotapp.com, netspotpro.html, but you're going to install the free version. What does that look like? So here's the website that's on the PowerPoint. Notice they have bright colors for all these paid versions. Well, you're not going to buy those. You're going to go down to one that says download now under NetSpot free. Okay, and if you don't remember that in the PowerPoint, it shows you click the download now under the free. Okay, so you're going to do that. You're going to download it and you're going to install it. Okay, now when you launch it, it's going to show right down here what I have. Oops, sorry. And I can't even move it around because I launched a NetSpot app after I install it, and it comes up with this NetSpot free, please upgrade it. You're not going to do that. Instead, you're going to hit continue. Now, it may be on this page right here. You click on start a new survey and it goes, that's not free. So you go back to continue, click on discover, and you let it run for a while. Okay, so it's only been running for a few minutes, less than a few minutes, and just collecting whatever signals my Wi-Fi card on my laptop where I'm currently working see. Now, some of these networks are mine, but some of them aren't. So don't buy the expensive one. Don't upgrade. Click on the continue, go to discover. And that survey tab I mentioned, and it's really cool. It gives you a heat map and little colors on how strong signals are at a specific point. It's cool, but it's not $49 worth of cool, so we're not going to do it. And again, it looks like this, right? So running a discover, it looks similar, but notice I ran this a little earlier, had some different networks that were visible at the time, and then some seem to be popping in. That's why in your instructions, I want you to run it for a while. So here's your task, and I'm going to create an assignment on the website for you to upload your PowerPoint, but you're going to pick 3 locations where you regularly use Wi-Fi in your house, your apartment, your dorm, maybe somewhere on campus that you study often, library, outside Scheidler, whatever, I don't care. Okay, and choose a location that you often sit near because, I mean, that makes the most sense, right? You want to know how the Wi-Fi is at that particular point. You're going to upload a PowerPoint screen capture answering the following questions on the right, which I'm going to walk through, the 1 through 7. And so just capture, throw it into a PowerPoint, answer the questions, do it for 3 different locations. And then save that PowerPoint and upload it on the website, course website. So I know you did it. Okay, so first thing you're going to do is pick the location and, and label that location. So you don't have to give me a geolocation or an address, but put bedroom or living room or whatever location, okay? And then provide a screen capture of your NetSpot app like you have here, but let it run for about 4 minutes at each location before you run the capture, just so you can get, a good view on what networks are available at that time of day. And that's the other thing, as we mentioned in class, sometimes weather changes, different things happen to affect how well the signal received by your computer. So let it run for a while to try to figure out what signals are there in a range at least, okay? How many different networks do you see? You have to come over here and look, right? So just so happens I'm at my house, Oscar 2021. It's my house. Not going to explain it, but it looks like I have 6 different networks, but do I? No, I have 3 different networks. I have networks that are running at, look at the band, I have 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz, 2.45, 2.45, and then notice I have this green one right here. Strongest signal strength is also the one I'm connected to. So I have 802.11ac. I just happen to have a wireless mesh with 3 different transponders, 3 different access points. That's why you see it looks like 3 different networks, because it's 3 different access points. But also notice that I have this 2.4 gigahertz and I have 5 gigahertz, same access point, I promise you, but it has a different MAC address. Why is that? Because they're 2 different networks, and the hardware has 2 different MAC addresses for that device. And each one of these devices has a different MAC address at each frequency. So cool stuff. I've also see some other stuff up here. It says hidden SSID. We've got a 5 gigahertz, a 2.4, and a 5. And I think these two look to be the same hidden network, both running WPA3, about the same signal strength. This one could be something like mine, a repeater, a mesh, but it has a much lower signal strength. And, you know, guessing, and also different channel spectrum. So I'm guessing that these are completely different or just a very weak access point that I can see. And then I have a couple of their spectrum set up and old seasons, and I usually have some other ones popping in and out. So I want you to count how many networks there are. What are the different security modes? Well, right now I got WPA2 personal, right? Also known as PSK mode. I got WPA3, so someone is being all adventurous on the WPA3. Oh, look, just have a network popped in with a different mode, 802AX. So you got your modes 4, 5, and 6. So what do you have here? You've got 5 and 6, but no 4 being shown. I occasionally do have a 4 showing up in mine. Okay, so how many different networks do you see? Count them up. So what different security modes do you see? Hopefully you'll see nothing lower than WPA2 personal, but who knows? You might see something else. Might be open. Might be WPA. If you see WEP, that's awful. The 802.11 modes are the ACAXN, that kind of stuff. And then for the 2.4 gigahertz channels, any potential channel interference. So you can come over here and probably even click on the band and notice that you have all these channels right here. And I don't think it allows me to, oops, never mind. It doesn't allow me to like select them all together, but you know, I got 6 and 1. 3 of these are mine on different channels, 1 and 6, no overlap. Everything looks pretty good as long as that 6 and that 6 and these 1 and these ones aren't in the same area, and we're not, so we're good. Generally speaking, it looks like these are all pretty good frequencies. And then I have for my 5 gigahertz a lot of 149s, which is good because that is one of the that is one of the non-DFS channels for 80 megahertz. It's one of 2. So do I see any issues here for the 5 gigahertz channels? Well, one thing you look for is maybe the non-DFS. So maybe this one right here, operating on 36, that might be a DFS problem, potentially. So is this one right here, 44, but it wouldn't be a problem. 36 and 44 wouldn't be a problem if you had 40 megahertz wide. So they're non-DFS channels, but they didn't take into account the bandwidth. Okay. So those are the kind of things I want you to look at. And then any hidden SSIDs. So notice I do have several networks that have hidden SSIDs. And we can talk in class about that, but that hidden SSID is just invisible right now to this application because it's advertising, hey, don't put the name. However, the name of the network really is being transmitted in the 802.11 management frames. Different software, you'll be able to automatically pull out that name and the hidden SSID. You'll know what it is, so you can go ahead and try to join it. So that's why hidden SSIDs are very shallow security protection. Okay, so that's what I want you to do. Pick 3 locations, do those 7 things, load PowerPoint, and upload it. If you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me.